I was sitting at home, minding my business, reading the scriptures, listening to gospel music, when I got a text message from one of my favorite YouTube buddies, who I will not mention their name. And the message said this: O'Shea, did you know that Cynthia G got demonetized? I started typing on Google as fast as hell, typing on YouTube search engine, and everything I can see to find out if this information was true. And then it brought me to this particular channel, which is called Storm Monroe. Now, Storm Monroe is a person that specializes in celebrity gossip, similar to me, but more with a female audience. And he had a video called Exclusive. Cynthia G announces new channel, link in chat and description box. I thought that was odd. I went to Cynthia G's channel, it's still up. So obviously the channel is not taken down. But then I wanted to hear what she had to say in this video.
This video had to be nearing 2 years old. This is a video that at the time had to go through, you know how they will have to do a human review and check to make sure your stuff is advertiser friendly. So this live stream had already been confirmed to be advertiser friendly by a human review. So we know that when your video is advertiser friendly, it's not violating the community guidelines, because they wouldn't monetize a video that's violating the community guidelines. Yes. So yeah, they pulled up a video. They didn't say that anybody reported it. They said YouTube reviewed it. Wow. And decided that it didn't meet the community guidelines. And I'm like, okay, well, since when? Because this has been sitting on YouTube for nearly 2 years, not violating the guidelines. Exactly. But yeah, they removed it. They definitely removed it, and put a strike on the channel.
Damn.
Yeah.
And my thing is, why not just remove the video and leave it at that? Like, it was 2 years ago. Like, so now we as creators have to worry about retroactively trying to think of, oh my God, did I break the community guideline? Like, once you're telling me your algorithm has approved the video, then if it don't meet your guidelines, that's YouTube's fault. That shouldn't be my fault.
Right. No, it shouldn't be my fault, and they shouldn't be doing retroactive strikes, because you know that they just updated the community guidelines, because you've probably gotten the email where they updated all of them. Even if they're taking it down based on the new community guidelines, it shouldn't be a strike.
She's talking about the fact that she did a stream 2 years ago, and YouTube's automated system went and found out that this particular video had hate speech in it, and it took it down. This is something that is happening to many YouTubers. They're even getting people for thumbnails, things like that. So this is not uncommon. And it's not that black men reported her, because, you know, black men have been, you know, trying to get Cynthia G to get taken down, I think, for a long time on YouTube. But then she explains the demonetization process.
There's no rhyme or reason for this to have been removed. To me, I don't think it's random, though, because before that, they actually went and, you know how you will have videos up that's been up for months and they were monetized and fine? They went and took a lot of my videos first and demonetized them.
Oh, okay.
That's what they did first. And then there was a lot of them that were, even after it had a human review, there was a lot of them that were confirmed to be advertiser friendly. Even though the videos were confirmed to be advertiser friendly and they sent me emails, they didn't even switch it on YouTube to reflect that. Okay. They didn't change it. The videos were still demonetized, even though they confirmed them to be advertiser friendly. So that was the first thing that they did. But we know this has been going on since I came to YouTube. I've had 2 other channels that has been removed. This is not the first time. I've had this happen to my channel. This is actually more like the 3rd or 4th time. So this is what's going on. I can't even live stream from my channel anymore. I can't live stream. I can't upload videos to it. I can't do anything with it right now. So if y'all want to go and subscribe to the new channel, there's content already up on there.
So if you hear that, she's saying, listen, this is not my fault. YouTube shouldn't have changed their terms and conditions. They said it was okay. And Storm Monroe, he's a guy who is pretty much saying like, oh, it's been 2 years ago. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And you know what? They could be right as a creator. Yes, I've had things like that happen to me. But the reality is this. Cynthia G, just like Tory Lanez, can't stay out of their own way, because she's always making content like this.
And y'all know I wasn't one that watched The Kitten in Heels, but what I do know is that he was popularized by a bunch of bandits who ignored his existence when he was telling him how to get the track marks out of their drawers, how to get the crust out of their eyes and the stains from between their teeth. They didn't like him then, but the moment that he decided he wanted to upgrade his not even average at best but low value existence, because when he was married he couldn't even provide for his wife, he decided to jump on the internet and do what all these bandits do and use black women as a means to accumulate revenue. And he was very successful in doing that because he understood black female pathology and he also understood black male pathology. I never watched The Kitten in Heels. There is not one episode of his that I watched, and quite frankly, I couldn't understand, beyond black male worship and the low self-esteem of black women, why they would go to a struggle bandit, a failed one, who was in his 50s and wasn't even smart enough to take care of his own health, as he's sitting up there telling black women to take care of their health and lose weight in order to become validated. The bottom line is Worm Food Samuels was as much of a walking contradiction as any of these struggle bandits are. While they'll sit up and talk about black women need to step away from the table and they're obese, and they'll sit up and they'll even post the obesity rates, but what they won't tell you is that they're the most broke obese demographic.
Now, you heard the beginning clip. Cynthia G has lost 2 channels on YouTube, which technically means that she shouldn't even be on YouTube if that's the case, if you lose like 1 channel or something like that. But you know what? I'm not a hater. I'm not really worried about that. The fact is, whose fault is it that Cynthia G got demonetized? It's not black men's fault that she got demonetized. It's her fault that she got demonetized. And just like it's her fault when she got pregnant by Rob, who already had 5 kids by other women, like here.
This is being framed in a certain way to basically say that I met a man, Rob, and within 3 months I chose to go get pregnant by him. This is what is being said. Now, the thing of it is that this is not the case, because like I said, this person does not even know if I am currently pregnant, because I have not spoken to her in a while. So she wouldn't know, she wouldn't be able to validate if I was still pregnant or not. She would not be able to do that because, again, I have not spoken to her. But I would not lie and say the text messages and the stuff that she's showing is not true, because it is. And those things that are things that I've said, I said them in a certain context. That context is not being shown, of course, because when people want to show a certain narrative, they're going to show a certain narrative. So I'm being told that I'm a hypocrite. I'm being told that I somehow chose a man with a dusty beta male. I understand that I said certain things and messages out of anger. And like I said, I don't have a choice but to take responsibility for that.
You see, the problem with Cynthia G is that she has a one-way capacity to blame black men for everything, while trying to absolve her and other black women who make the same mistakes that she's saying these black men are making. Cynthia G was making a lot of money on YouTube, all right? A lot. Cynthia G did not improve her platform, did not improve her message. She kept on with the same stuff over and over and over again, and she was getting more emboldened. So even if that 2-year thing wouldn't have happened the way that she's going, it would have happened anyway, because Cynthia G just can't get out of her own way. Her hatred for the black male community is so strong, she just can't help it. And she doesn't know when to stop. So now you're demonetized and you lose all of that income. It has to be $15,000 a month or $20,000 a month, at least something like that. And you've lost that income and you've lost that opportunity because of you. You didn't lose it because of black men. Black men didn't stop you for doing anything. Just like black men didn't make you become a baby mama. You are where you are and other ladies who follow you because of you. Stop blaming black men for your problems. You want to blame black men for your problems. And okay, yes, black men are not perfect and they can be doing better. But just like me, if I decide to go out there and do something stupid tomorrow, it's not because of black women. If something happens to me, it's not because of black women. Black women don't sit outside my door and stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. That's me. And just like you being on YouTube, you know, losing your financial opportunity, which is crazy because you have a son. You know, like a lot of YouTubers don't even think about the people that they have depending on them. Cynthia G is a single mom. She probably helps out her family. All right. Now she has enough base where she can go into celebrity like Storm Monroe. She could talk about, you know, main topics and things like that, and she would still be okay. Now you've lost that opportunity. Now you have to start a whole new channel and get monetized again because you got demonetized on that channel. I don't know how demonetization works, but I'm pretty sure if you get demonetized on one channel, it may be the case you can't get monetized on other channels. But again, you did it to yourself. So you put your own family at risk. You put your own people at risk because of you, all right? Because of what you have done. That is your issue. And again, where's the accountability from these black women out here when they make a mistake and they do something that's not right, they do something that is not cool, then, you know, why is it YouTube's fault? You know, why is it somebody else's fault? How about you be accountable and say, you know what? That was something I shouldn't have been saying in the first place because it's hate speech. I commit all kind of hate speech on my channel every day at Cynthia G. And you know what? I probably shouldn't do that. But that's not what she wants to do. Cynthia G wants to go around victim blaming and blaming black men for everything when black men had nothing to do with you losing your monetization on your channel. You did it to yourself. Just like you did it to yourself when you became a single mom. You chose the same guy that, you know, other women chose that he never married and all that, and then you got exposed for that. Blame yourself. Have some accountability. Stop blaming other people. And once, you know, you get people like that will start blaming themselves, the black community actually will be taken seriously. But until we keep having those issues where it's somebody else's fault, I don't know why they did it, it's black women's fault or it's black men's fault, we're not going to get anywhere, family. So I'm not going to say I'm, you know, happy that, you know, she got demonetized and all that because, you know, as a creator, creators do put in a lot of work to do what they got to do. But at the same time, hey, I'm not going to lose no sleep. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.